Can Abraham Lincoln really say that he was against forced labor when he used conscription himself and allowed a prison loophole in the 13th Amendment?
Abraham Lincoln's views and actions regarding forced labor and conscription during the Civil War were complex and evolved over time. It is true that during the Civil War, Lincoln authorized the use of conscription, or the draft, to recruit soldiers for the Union Army. This was a controversial move, as many Northerners opposed the idea of being forced to serve in the military. However, Lincoln and other Union leaders saw conscription as a necessary measure to sustain the war effort and to provide enough troops to defeat the Confederacy. With regard to the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, which abolished slavery, it is also true that there was a loophole that allowed for involuntary servitude as punishment for a crime. This provision was included in the amendment to allay the concerns of some Southern states and lawmakers who were worried that abolition of slavery would lead to the release of all prisoners. The provision was used to justify the continuation of forced labor and other forms of exploitation and abuse for many years after the end of the Civil War. It's important to understand that Lincoln, like many political leaders of his time, operated within the constraints of the political and social realities of the era. He was a complex figure who held a range of views and acted on a range of motivations, some of which were contradictory. While he is widely celebrated for his role in preserving the Union and for his speeches and writings on the importance of freedom and equality, he was not perfect, and his actions did not always align with his stated principles. Nevertheless, his legacy as one of America's greatest presidents remains intact, and his leadership during the Civil War helped to shape the course of American history.